Hello everyone, Matt Burns here.
Matt Burns there and Matt Burns everywhere.
Huh?
Matt Burns here, Matt Burns there, Matt Burns everywhere.
Don't know how I feel about that one, but moving on. As always, this is The Burning Truth. I am one half of the host of The Burning Truth, and the other co-host is none other than...
Me!
And you won't know why we prolong our episodes get longer and longer each time.
Well, you know.
Let's make it...
Anyway, yeah, I am James Irvine, and it's another Sunday pleasure.
That it is, and of course, we have got some topics to discuss, that we usually do, but before we get to there, would you kindly?
Yes, the following broadcast may contain language. Oh, hiccups.
Would you like me to do it for this week?
Hang on. That's better. The following broadcast may contain language, opinions, and topics that may not be suitable for those that are easily offended, or for those that are a bit of a crybaby or mardos, or all the above. All of the above. However, I do believe that Earthworm Jim is much easier on the eyes and ears.
Damn right.
Earthworm Jim.
Be either the TV show or even the game.
Yeah, I had it on Game Boy.
You went on Game Boy?
Mm-hmm.
Sega Mega Drive. Or
on Game Boy.
Or the Sega Genesis if you're from the States.
Fucking Sega Genesis.
What?
Fucking Sega Genesis.
But then again, they had that whole campaign, didn't they? To argue against Nintendo. Genesis does what Nintendo don't.
I am not even going there.
That could be an entire episode on its own.
Gaming episode.
Yeah, definitely.
Gaming episode. Anyway, we would like to state that we are in full support of Black Lives Matter.
We, of course, are always going to be in, behind the hashtag Speaking Out movement.
Yes, and also we are friends of the LGBTQ plus community.
That we are.
So,
How do you feel?
Aside, I'm tired, you're tired, we're both grumpy.
One of us has somehow pulled the muscle unexpectedly.
What, in your mouth or your arse?
No. I managed to pull a muscle in my chest and I just can't... My brain just can't fathom how the fuck you get to pull a muscle in your chest by coughing.
Quite easily, to be honest.
True, but the problem is...
You could slip a disc just by picking up a piece of paper.
True. And you could always just walk out and do the classic, man, that buzz, what buzz, splat.
That what splat?
Mind that buzz, walk out. Mind that buzz, what buzz, splat.
Oh, that splat. That kind of splat. I see what you mean.
Yes.
I certainly see what you mean now. Stupid boy.
So, where Shall we start?
I don't know. Where do we start?
You're a bit behind, aren't you, on AEW?
Yes, but only because I've been very busy.
Which, understandable. We all get busy at times.
I've been a little bit too busy.
Yes, even watching films. At the cinema. But valid reason why. I understand why.
Yes, I was watching Panther of the Black.
You're not Yoda.
Black Panther.
Yes, Wakanda Forever. Which you were watching. Now, he's not going to spoil that for me, and I will not spoil AEW for him.
Yeah, I suppose that's a deal.
Even though I never spoil AEW for you, either. Because
No, you tried.
You just don't do it. No spoilers.
No mercy.
Just no.
Yes.
Right, let's just hit off on some different news. Different news, as in, let's go over to NWA, shall we?
Okay.
Seeing as they just recently had a big major event in NWA Hard Times in New Orleans, where they have crowned a new NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Who was it before? I can't remember.
Trevor Murdoch managed to win it back.
So who's champion now?
Well, it went from Trevor Murdoch to Matt Cardona, from Matt Cardona to Trevor Murdoch. And now, the winner is Tyrus. And I get the feeling I know what's going to be said right now.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
Tyrus, you might recognise him. Oh, I just realised. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Tyrus, who used to wrestle in WWE as Brodus Clay.
Oh, no, I saw... So that's what... you know when you just scroll through Facebook and you're not really asked about what you're looking at?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, that was me.
Ah.
Because I just remember seeing a picture of Brodus Clay and I was like, is that an old picture or is that new? And I just thought, nah, whatever, and carried on scrolling.
Yeah, he's won the NWA.
Why have they put the title on him?
Don't know. Don't know.
Oh, I don't know either. That's a very, very confusing one for me.
Because, he basically decided to challenge for it because he decided to vacate the NWA World Television Championship using the Lucky 7 rule to challenge... Which, okay. So now he is in his first run as the World Heavyweight Champion.
Not gonna lie, mate, he looked way, way out of shape and very haggard. I mean, he's always been a big dude anyway, but I don't know, just... Do you remember his whole gimmick in WWE? The one that killed his WWE career?
No idea what you're on about. You know...
Oh, let's bring school back.
Wait. Maybe someone should call his mama.
Let's bring Too Cool back. No, let's not. Fucking stupid bag of shit.
I know exactly which
I'm
picture
proper,
you're on
I
about,
am
by the way.
proper, I am proper grumpy today. I don't know what the fucking hell's up with me.
I know exactly which picture you're on about. It's where he's got his hand raised. He's got the belt in his hand. He looks like he's about to cry. He's got rid of the beard, which some people have said made him look older. Somehow.
I always thought he looked really old anyway.
At least he's not like somebody else that we know who looks a bit Amish. Even though he got that individual got referenced as him on more than one occasion.
Don't know what you're on about, mate.
Probably just needs to drink more cans of Monster.
Oh yeah, definitely. So
But
that's it then. NWA title changing hands.
Yes. Yes. But it wasn't just the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, obviously they're gonna have to crown a new television world champion.
Yeah, they will. But however, that won't be for a bit. They'll probably do a tournament. But they even crowned a brand new NWA World Junior Heavyweight Champion. Kerry Morton defeated Homicide.
Fucking hell, Homicide's still going.
Yeah, Homicide's still going.
Is it me or just some of these names making me feel really fucking old?
Why? It could be worse. It could, because they also had a mask versus mask match, which was really, really odd, seeing as it was the question mark 2 versus the question mark.
It could be worse. It could be a Johnny on a pole.
They're still worse than that, because remember what WCW put on a poll.
Yes, we know.
Yes, we have covered that one. We have covered it.
Viagra this, Viagra that. Take
EC3 wrestled. Was wrestling at NWA and has also stated that certain individuals are, belong to be wrestling WWE.
What?
EC3 with his, if you remember, he started his own promotion, if you remember.
Oh, you mean the one that nobody gives a shit about?
The one that next to nobody hardly gives much of a care about. And it seems like his business partners have decided to just leave him and just go, I'm off to WWE.
Oh dear, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
It's amazing. Anyway, anything interesting happen in WWE this week?
You really want to go there for this week?
Knock yourself out.
How do I put this? Where do I even begin to start? The only way I can start is Raw was shit, SmackDown was shit. That SmackDown are now introducing the World Cup on Fox.
As in Qatar World Cup.
No, having wrestlers on there who wrestle from different countries.
I suppose it's not a bad idea, but
Remember, this was the tournament that, by the end of it, brought us the irritating Shane McMahon best in the world.
Ugh. I don't think my day could get any more depressing until you just said that.
Oh, it can go far worse. Because at Survivor Series War Games, we've crowned a new number one contender for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship.
Go on.
Shotzi Blackheart.
Oh, okay, that's different. Somebody else is getting a chance.
Yeah, nice. It really is, isn't it? Why make her the number one contender? Get into a backstage segment with Shayna Baszler, who puts her out.
What, like, takes her out of...
Just slap nuts her and just goes, ha! And walks off.
Oh, dear.
And on the exact same episode, LA Knight squaring up to Bray Wyatt, turn around saying, just bring out, just be yourself, blah, 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 in the LA Knight heelish way he does. For guess what Bray Wyatt did? Slap nut and walk off. What is it with headbutts in backstage segments lately?
I don't know.
Just, what the fuck?
I don't know. It just sounds a bit hectic, really.
No, because it just, to me, just seems like, oh, look, we've got a backstage segment. How do we end it? Just have one person headbutt the other one.
Really?
Yep.
It doesn't get any better than this, then, does it?
No, it doesn't.
So, on this week's episode, we are going to be overlooking WWE's shit week. Oh, wait, we just did.
Oh, I haven't finished yet.
Ugh.
The Viking Raiders. Sarah Logan has returned as the Viking goddess, whatever.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures,
Yep.
and somebody said it was like ordering somebody off Wish.
Yeah, because, the reason why is because that sort of gimmick and look has already been used by another wrestler. Because we're talking almost identical in looks.
Go on.
I'm trying to find it now for you.
Find it for me.
Because it would be none other than Max the Impaler.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Max the Impaler, who's got her gimmick, has been doing it a lot longer. And someone says, well, Sarah Logan did that on the indie scenes. I doubt it as long as fucking Max the Impaler.
Max the Impaler been doing it for fucking donkeys.
Been doing it for a while.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
And someone says, it just reminds me of Mad Max. Someone shoot them now. Shoot them now.
More like shoot me now.
Yeah. Now, what's just sets it off even worse, it's just how it's been done. It's like, that's how you're bringing them back. Oh, and she's no longer, Sarah Rowe, and or Sarah Logan. I believe they're calling her, the Valhalla, or is that the group name? I don't care.
I think that is the group name.
So by adding one more person, they've changed it completely. Wow.
But you know this, man. I know, it's horrible. It really is horrible.
Yeah.
I do apologise. I am trying to make this episode as fucking entertaining as possible, but
it's a little bit difficult when, what makes it worse as well is WWE, then they turned Jinder Mahal face at one point.
yes.
So why the fuck have they got him in he's finally come back off the injured list as part of the World Cup, and who did they put him up against? Braun Strowman. Nice knowing you.
Yeah, nice knowing you. But then again, is that Braun Strowman's punishment for being an arse?
But Strowman going over?
Maybe not then.
In dominating fashion, even though there is plenty of heat on him. There is plenty of heat on him. Oh boy.
Why did they turn him heel?
No. They haven't turned him heel, but there is plenty of heat from the backstage locker room due to his outbursts on Twitter.
I can't even remember what he said on Twitter.
You don't remember?
I can't remember. Brain fart moment.
That's not a problem. It's not a problem. There's far worse comments being made about him already. Especially with these trousers, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, God, I saw that comment, yeah.
Yeah. It's to do with the fact that he was making out comments of, due to his match against Omos at Crown Jewel, which he has deleted. No one cares about all these floppy floppers in reference to high-flying Arsenal and moves.
Yeah, but nobody cares about somebody that can just run into somebody like a fucking freight train.
And also trip over before doing it as well.
Yeah, exactly.
What makes it even more funny is Mustafa Ali responded to Strowman if he could show him how to get fired.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
In reference to his release from last year before returning.
Yeah, but don't forget, he didn't wrestle for any other promotions in that time. Fucking dumbass.
Who?
Strowman.
Yeah, he did.
I know he fucking did. He was on our Ring of Honor. He was
which was part of
even fucking he was even booked to wrestle in the UK until they cancelled the show.
Well, that's not down to him.
Yeah, but this is the point, though. He was still booked.
Yeah. That he was.
He was booked to wrestle, and because nobody gave a shit about that promotion, because it was always going to flop.
He was then part of Control Your Narrative, which hasn't gone the way he wanted, so... Oh, I'll jump ship.
He did control his narrative, though.
Yeah.
He literally controlled the narrative of he wanted to go back to WWE, so he was willing to let everything fall apart.
Yeah. Which Karrion Kross also did the exact same when he was there as Killer Kross.
Yeah, but to be fair to Karrion Kross, though, he didn't start being a dick about it.
True. And a fan was also arrested for throwing items at Scarlett.
Okay. What were they throwing at her? Dildos?
The thing is, the item in question was enough to, if it hit it, could have caused significant damage. At which point, the fan had to be escorted out of the arena.
Do you still remember that fan that tackled fucking... Was it Seth Rollins?
Hang on, which one are we on about? Bear in mind, we have had fans attacking Seth Rollins, fans attacking Bret Hart at the Hall of Fame. We've also got fans trying to attack Chris Jericho.
They're the ones that are just like, still real to me, damn it.
Then you got the infamous fan pushing the ladder ladder that Eddie was trying to win the match off. He jumps off before the fan shoved the ladder for Eddie to spark him the fuck out.
Anyway, carry on.
Right. Then we've got, aside from that, Mia Yim's returned. Or did we cover that last week?
I think we covered that last week. We did, because you were on about it.
Yeah.
You were on about it because you were talking about Keith Lee and you just said.
Yeah.
I think. I can't remember. Yeah, I've slept since then.
I think we've all slept since then. Oh, and it looks like we're going back to Drew possibly feuding for the, the World Universal Championship. God knows, blah, 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 blah.
Boy, is it going to be the unified version or is it going to be...
It'll be the unified, we know it will be.
I suppose that's the only good thing coming out of it. We all know
never mind. I'll just quickly reminded me. No, actually, we didn't cover it last week because she only came back today. No, this week. I think it might have been a discussion that we had during the week.
Probably. I don't know. It's like I say, I fucking slept since then. How am I supposed to remember that? I can't even remember how dinner.
All lines are blurring, yeah, it happens. But bear in mind, we've got The Miz doing the whole storyline with one of your favourite wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Dexter Lumis.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that tears out because I like Dexter Lumis.
Shit. There's the answer.
Oh,
shit.
No.
Because how have they buried Dexter Lumis? Because the Miz's feud is shifted from Dexter Lumis to Johnny Gargano. And how does that happen? Because Gargano found out the truth between the whole dealings of him and Dexter Lumis, which is Miz paid Dexter Lumis to attack him.
Wow, that's just literally fucking shit all over it. Oh, dear.
Well done. Then we've actually got to get on to the absolute clusterfuck of Money in the Bank.
Oh, I watched it, by the way.
Oh, you watched that, did you?
Yeah, that was probably the only thing I watched because I wanted to see how much of a clusterfuck it actually was.
I'll let you give the rating of 1 to 10.
Can we do minus?
I'll fucking allow it.
It just... Oh my god. I'd give it like a minus... I was going to say 10, but that would be too cruel. But
minus 5 stars, to quote a certain YouTube show.
Minus 4 or 5.
Minus 5 stars! You're welcome, Matthew, from Botchamania.
I will also give it a brown down.
Yeah. It
that
was...
Fucking... don't get me wrong, it made Bobby Lashley look like a fucking beast.
Bobby Lashley looked like a beast. Seth Rollins looked like a proper fighting champion.
Which we know we can do with a mid-tier title anyway. Because, I'm not going to lie, for the love of God, change the design of that title. I fucking hate it.
Okay.
It's the worst design of a belt.
Really?
Apart from the Divas Championship.
Really?
Maybe the 24/7.
Oh, more than that in a minute.
Yeah, we know about that as well. I also watched that and had a good laugh at it.
So bad it hurts, correct?
Yeah. These are the bits that you just mentioned to me throughout the week, and you know when it just pops up on Facebook or social media, it's as if it knows.
Yeah. It's like it's listening in.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, so what's going on here then?
Yeah, well, to make matters worse, I'm just about to you got someone who's got the Money in the Bank briefcase, who, if they're going to intend him to lose it, have him at least fight for a world championship.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Because how many things can you see wrong with him cashing in on Seth on Monday Night Raw?
Well, bear in mind that the match had barely started. What was it, like halfway through or something like that?
No, it was started and immediately thrown out.
So it was like you'd wait until either Bobby Lashley or Seth had a good kicking.
Yeah.
You'd wait, just like they always do. But why would you throw it away for the United States Championship?
Oh, I'm about to piss on that in a minute even more. Because it gets far more painful than what you realise. Far more painful. Would you like to point out the so-called fuck-ups of the century of this decision?
Go on.
1, he cashed it in on a non-world heavyweight championship, which he's got 2 contenders to possibly fight, for a world championship, which is NXT world champion Braun Breaker, and then, the Universal World Heavyweight Champion, or WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns. Top contenders.
I think even if he'd have cashed it in on a women's title, he'd have still fucking lost.
Oh, no. Let me just keep continuing. You'll see where it's about to fall down even worse. Why it's even worse. Right, so that was a stupid decision in its right itself. Why would you go for the mid-tier title? A mid-tier title that he's already previously fucking won.
Yeah, it's not great.
I believe he kept making statements of, I'll be the youngest WWE, youngest world champion. Yeah. United States Championship isn't a world championship. Wow, Austin, wow.
Makes him look a bit thick, really, doesn't it?
Oh, it gets him... You think that makes him look thick? It gets worse. Because bear in mind, right, that the match that Bobby Lashley walked in to Seth in was Seth doing a fucking open challenge.
It's an open challenge. What do you think, like, I'll take the open challenge, and if I lose the open challenge, I'll beat him down, beat the shit out, and then cash it in, and then finish him off.
Or he could have just put the briefcase to one side, and even though we knew Lashley was in the match, could have just walked out and said, I'm also accepting that challenge, because why the hell not? And save the Money in the Bank briefcase. Get a free shot at it.
Yeah, and then if he fails that, he could have gone for the Intercontinental or the Universal. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. You've seen where it falls down, because there was no way he was going to go for the Intercontinental title, because, yeah, really? Definitely no way you're going to dethrone that individual.
Who is
Walter.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Or as we like to call him, Gunther.
I don't... Oh, fucking hell. It's like I say, I feel like this conversation is just making me feel more grumpy.
Yeah, I'm feeling nauseous.
Can we have a bit more positivity? Oh, wait, no, we can't.
No, we can't, because, the absolute vile episode of Raw, which the only way I can surmise it as is fucking worse than verbal diarrhea. Because we had the 24/7 championship. Get, a new champion, Nikki Cross.
Get in the bin. Oh, wait. You know what I found more funny about that segment?
Go on.
Is the fact that she chucked it in the bin, it rebounds, falls onto the floor. Now, it wouldn't have been so bad if they just if all of them would have ignored it. The fact that it fell on the floor.
Yeah.
But no. You had one or two female wrestlers look back and say, oh, that's just fell on the floor.
Yeah.
And yet, at least Nikki carried on walking, as if to say, but how the fuck? See, this is the thing, right? You can just imagine Shaq going, how the fucking hell did you miss a big hole like that? The fucking bin was huge.
I believe the Twitter comments, from Big Damo, who lives with a sister saying she never tried out for the, the NBA.
Fucking hell, she never even tried out for high school fucking basketball, let alone anything else.
Yeah. It's bad. It's really bad.
If you couldn't have given yourself a bigger target to chuck the fucking belt in, you could have thrown it. I reckon she could have thrown it in the Grand Canyon and it still fucking missed.
Oh, get ready for this one. This is going to hurt even more. Recorded segment.
Oh, dear.
Why is that worse?
The only way I can think of them making that work now is if someone then again, R-Truth can't, because he's just come out of he's just had surgery.
He just had an operation.
See, now it'd be funny if R-Truth came along and just went, ooh, I'll take that.
A bit like what Hacksaw Jim Duggan did.
Yeah. It's like, ooh, it's on the
floor. A bit
floor.
what, I believe, Midian did. A bit of a pattern here. Yeah, it's been done before. It's been done. Now...
Yeah, but R-Truth is just too funny.
But there's rumours that he's meant to be getting more serious.
That's a shame, because...
But then you've got Dana Brooke, who's gone on Twitter, sitting there saying, trying to elevate something, trying to make something new, or, trying to mould something into something better. And where does it go? In the fucking trash!
No, in the bin, on the floor.
Wait. Which people then quickly corrected, well, it's not in the bin. You can go pick it up off the floor if you want it so badly.
Yeah, fuck's sake. I mean, are we just destined to believe that, that Triple H can do a better job? Because that's all it is at the moment. It's a belief. I mean, they go and have a stellar pay-per-view, but then they go and fuck everything up after Extreme Rules.
Well, you forgot the crown jewel, but yeah.
No.
No.
I don't. that I don't class Crown Jewel as a pay-per-view.
No, that's fine. But believe me, Dana Brooke literally put on Twitter, everything I've worked for and tried to elevate, literally in the trash. For which Nikki Cross replied with, I'll do whatever I want with it. Dump it on the floor, inside the trash, outside in a dump, an incinerator. Bury the thing in a graveyard. Please, by all means, try and argue with me. Try to stop me. I welcome it, please. He. Honestly, I won't bite.
Although I am glad she's got rid of that superhero in training fucking shit.
But then we've also got Big Demo. She never played basketball, don't know what to tell you. Then what makes it even weirder for Nikki herself using her real name. But even though it's, for some reason, the WNBA denied my application.
Yeah. Just makes it worse on herself.
Just why?
Interesting news.
Go on.
WWE is fucking shit.
That's not new.
Oh dear. Yeah, but it was going so well at Extreme Rules. It was going so well.
And then they gone and fuck it up.
Going so well, there they go. Fuck it all up.
By doing something stupid.
Oh, God. So is there anything interesting actually happening in WWE? It was just trash. Literally.
Trash, and more trash. Bear in mind that we've got... Have you seen the logo for the 30th anniversary of Raw?
No.
Oh dear. I don't think they thought that through.
Why didn't they just, for the 30th anniversary, why didn't they just bring back the old school one?
They sort of have, but they added something to it.
Oh, for God's sake, what?
They added the word is and then the number in Roman numerals.
Raw is 30. Oh my God.
Wait. It gets better. What's the Roman numerals for 30?
I don't know, to be honest.
XXX.
Oh. Oh. Oh, God, that's cheered me up. Oh. So now, not only have you got Raw as triple X, but it's also going with the premium live events. Oh, God, it's turning into Pornhub every day.
Yeah. I take it you haven't seen the logo, have you?
I'm just expecting now a skit between fucking Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins going, help me, Seth, I'm stuck in the washing machine.
Or, my refrigerator's broken.
Quick, the sink's leaking. Call the plumber. Oh, my God.
I've just sent you a copy of the logo.
Let me take a look at this. Oh no. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh no. That's horrific.
Yep.
That is oh no. No.
And that is the real logo, by the way.
Oh God.
Which will be happening on January 23rd, 2023, I believe.
Is that actually officially when he turns 30?
Yes.
Can you imagine, right, somebody sitting through the last 30 years watching every single Raw? They would be bored shitless by the end of it.
No, I don't. Well, bear in mind there's the WWE Network, so they probably can go all the way back to the very first episode.
I'd rather watch like the first 10 years.
That's what I'm saying. You could probably get so far, and then all of a sudden you know there'd be a cut-off point, because you know when at least when you're watching it backwards, you know exactly when it starts to go downhill.
Oh God. Probably 2006, 7, something like that.
Mm.
When did they turn PG?
It depends on which version of it. Because technically, they actually turned PG before they actually started making it announceable.
Oh, God. Because you had the transition PG era.
Because bear in mind, if people... And I guarantee it, somebody's probably put in on a certain search engine, Raw's Triple X, and probably getting certain websites up.
It's either that or they'll get some extremely exotic Google images.
Which will bring a whole new meaning to a premium live event.
Oh my God, no. Just no.
Yeah, you're cringing, aren't you?
Yeah, just a bit. I mean, don't get me wrong. The concept of the idea is a good idea. With going back to old school Raw logo, but it'll never be the same. I would love it though if they actually bought back the old Titantron for it. That would be mega, that would.
I highly doubt they would do that.
Oh man, how cool would that be?
Bear in mind, they tried to go on the 25th. They went back to the original venue.
Do you remember the old Raw Titantron where it was just like red drapes with the black fist, or vice versa?
Black fist?
Yeah.
There wasn't a fist on Raw?
Right, I'm gonna fucking look at this now.
If you're on about the silver fist, that was SmackDown.
I'm not on about the silver fist. I know the difference between SmackDown and Raw.
And I just don't like the fact that you're actually implying that there's a fist on Raw.
Well, especially now with the Triple X.
Yeah, just doesn't feel right.
Logo. No, I'm pretty sure it had a fist.
No.
Don't tell me no until I've fucking researched it, will you?
Research it, Google it, whatever. I know there wasn't a fist for Raw.
That wasn't it. That's the old one.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember one, I'm sure.
SmackDown was the one that had the fist.
I know SmackDown had the fucking fist, you pleb.
Alright.
1997. There was one episode of Raw, and I remember it clear as day. Because the drapes on the left and the right-hand side that were draping down, I'm pretty sure that they were red with a black fist. Either that or it was vice versa. It's going to take me too long to fucking find it.
Yeah, if you do find it, I'll be more than happy to correct myself on the following episode.
There's one with the red drapes there.
Yeah.
That was Triple H as Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was around that time. Oh, come on, James, for fuck's sake. Anyway, you keep talking whilst I'm looking.
Okay. Well, I do agree with you that the old school, when it was Raw is War, and then turned into just Raw, that entrance was legendary. It was iconic. It was the thing is, it didn't need to have. It did what it was following the Kiss method. Would you agree on that?
Yeah, it was. It was basic, but it was.
It looked amazing because of the grandeur of it. But this is the issue I have with the fact that when they kept changing, it got a bit more glamorous and everything. Okay, that's fine. They changed that. Okay. We've had to adjust to this one. Then we've had to adjust to this one. Then they did that stupid one where it was the same, whatever was done on Raw was the same as on SmackDown. Which looks a little bit silly.
I've just sent you the link. So look at that. And then it might click in that you've seen it as well.
I know what you're on about, but there wasn't any fifth, because that was that exact episode was when Hawk was going through the.
I don't care. You're just not getting it, are you? You're just not getting it. You're singling out on, multiple episodes. There was one episode, and I'm sure of it. If I fucking find it, I'm going to make you eat your words.
I've got no problems in being honest and...
Fuck you!
In the wrong. I just don't remember it, and I'm normally quite good on my memory, but if I forgot it, then fucking hell.
Yeah, you suck.
I honestly don't remember it. Honestly. But then again, bear in mind, almost 30 years of fucking Raw you want me to remember?
Yeah, because you fucking remember everything else, you daft fucker.
There's only so much information a brain can fucking take.
I know, and that's why I tend to ignore you.
Why do I get the feeling that when you do find it, it's either going to be a pay-per-view or it is going to be fan-made?
No, it wasn't fan-made. I'm determined to find it.
It's going to be really weird. I bet you it's going to be really weird if
Yes, that was it, because it was even in the game as well.
What?
Fuck you. Found it in the fucking game.
Go on. Would you care to send it over so I can see it? And I'll be more than happy to say I was wrong.
I can't wait. It was actually a black background with a red fist. I knew it was one way or the other.
Sorry to upset you. That never happened, and the actual logo that you're on about was the Rebellion logo. Yeah, it is.
No, I'm still determined to find it. I Well,
that
fine.
fist you're on about is the Rebellion logo.
I don't care. I know for a fact I've seen it. It was similar to that, without the fucking stupid arch around the outside of it. I'll have to fucking look.
That unfortunately was definitely, that was either fan made or you dreamt it.
Nope.
That's the only thing.
If somebody else can remember it as well as I do, then please tell us, because I'm not having it. I'm determined to fucking find it. I don't care if it was 1 episode, 2 episodes. I know it happened.
Because that's the fish you're on about, isn't it?
Yeah, it was similar to that, but without the gear, half a gear on the outside. I hope somebody else can remember it as well as I do.
The only thing I can think of with it is it was either... Because WWE Rebellion, I believe, started in 1999, was it? Was it before? Because that was always a UK... That was actually always a UK pay-per-view. Because it started in 1999.
No, I'm pretty sure it was a fucking Raw.
No, but... the only thing I can think of, it's got to have been between 1999 and 2002. Years.
I know it was... Yeah, all I can remember, it's Attitude Era. I know that.
Yeah. So, if it's Attitude Era, definitely not... it's got to be... It couldn't have been 2002, because that's when Brock was in it. So... But there's a chance it could be 2001. But Rebellion...
I thought I'd found it then.
Rebellion was 1999 and 2000. The only way I can think of them actually doing it is a bit like how they do currently on... How they used to do. Using the stage saying certain pay-per-views coming up, or they were advertising that the next pay-per-view is at such and such.
Yeah, maybe.
On the side plates.
But somebody's got fucking back me up here. I'm pretty sure that it wasn't Rebellion.
Rebellion is the only one with the red fist pay-per-view.
Yeah, but it wasn't pay-per-view. I'm pretty sure it was fucking Raw. Anyway, if anybody knows, please fucking...
No, I'm actually trying to just... I'm not sitting there saying 100%, you know, I can... You might believe it, but it's got to be between 1999 and 2002.
But I also think it could have been before 99, though. Doesn't matter anyway. Let's move on.
Fair enough.
We'll find something anyway.
Yeah, eventually someone will pop up with a red fist. Even that sounds wrong.
Yeah, very wrong. So we've just waited about 5 minutes looking for a red fist.
Even though I'm pretty sure that if you just typed in WWE Raw,
don't type in red
there
fist.
would be some very interesting images.
It's like when you were in college and your mate would turn around and say to you, "Oh, just go on Google and search for blue waffle."
Don't.
Now I can solidly tell you now that has actually been removed.
Even so, I'm still saying don't, because you know what the internet's like.
Yeah, it's has a tendency of popping back up, just like blue waffle.
Yeah, basically, if you put it on the internet, somebody will have it somewhere. They always do.
I'm just hoping. I'm hoping I was right.
The thing is, part of me deep down hopes that you were. Right, but I just can't. It's a bit of an unusual one. My head's sitting there saying, nope, definitely wrong, didn't happen. The only people who will know for sure is anybody who's gone through recently and watched them all on the WWE network. That's the only way you're going to do it, isn't it?
Yeah, and I ain't fucking prepared to do that.
So are you going? So is that your way of saying you're accepting that it's not happened for now?
Well, until I can find proof, obviously. It's only just like innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, exactly. The difference is, if you notice, I'm not sitting there saying that, part of me saying it didn't happen, but at the same time, part of me, it's sort of, do you know what I mean?
I just remember, though, because I even remember whose house I was round at the time when I was watching it. So you might be right in saying that it was like 99, 2002, because it was in between there. But I'm pretty sure it was like, if it was case, then it would have been like 90s, because it wasn't in the 2000s.
Yeah. Exactly.
Either way, it's definitely late 90s.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we'll have some individuals be able to verify it for us.
Please verify me.
The thing is, people might sit there and say, if I'm ever wrong and there's evidence of it, I have no issues saying I'm wrong.
Unless you're being argumentative.
I'm not being argumentative with this, am I? How am I being argumentative with this?
No, that's an argument you Anyway, we have more interesting news.
Go on.
And it's probably the only AEW related news that I know of.
Go on.
And that's because Twitter literally can't fucking shut up.
Oh, well, Twitter with its verbal diarrhea. Thanks, Elon Musk.
A couple of things, actually. First, let's go with the smaller news, because even though it is smaller news, it's still pretty fucking great, because I think he's a fucking fantastic wrestler.
Yeah.
Bandido decided to finally sign with AEW instead of WWE.
Yep.
Which, for me, is a win for AEW, because it's fucking class act.
Yeah.
And
as long as he sort of, I'm pretty sure he has stopped making that mistake that he did in another country where he was doing the booking.
Yeah. But either way, that doesn't matter. He signed with AEW.
Yep.
Instead of WWE, which is a big win for AEW, because after the whole CM Punk debacle, it's kind of, yeah. But I did, obviously, I caught up with Dynamite, not from this week, but from the week before.
Yep.
And I think it's a bit fucking naughty that Colt Cabana was allowed to come back.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really do. I think that is proper naughty.
Naughty, very naughty.
Because the whole CM Punk fucking shoot / whatever it fucking was because of Colt Cabana. Now, we all know that Punk comes with a massive ego.
Yep.
And I agree with everybody when they say not one man is bigger than any company.
Yep.
Unless you're The Rock. Which it'd be next to impossible to follow. But I just think it is naughty that they let Colt Cabana come back when, if he wasn't such a fucking sponge, it wouldn't have fucking gotten that bad.
Mm-hmm.
And if it hadn't have been for EVPs making themselves fucking trio tag champions, it wouldn't have been as bad at all.
Yeah.
No. It just naughty. Really, really naughty. I can't. Words can't even express how wrong I think it is. And the fact that Chris Jericho is supposed to be facing off against previous Ring of Honor champions, and Colt Cabana is not that. So, how does that work?
Technically, he was a World Tag Team Champion, which is about to hurt even more.
Wait. No. Chris Jericho said that he was going to be facing previous Ring of Honor World Champions.
Yeah, the tag team was classified as a world championship. But let me finish. It's a bit more of an insult, to be honest with you. The fact that they picked him because of the tag team championships, because when he won the ROH World Tag Team Championships, who was that with?
Mr. Punk.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that someone's probably not clicked into the glaring observation in the room, who's also a ROH World Champion. CM Punk.
I thought it just took the piss.
Yeah.
I don't think Colt Cabana should be back. The fact that he's managed to wean his way in with people backstage. Oh, he's a nice guy. Right, really? Would a nice guy sponge off somebody for fucking years and then have the audacity to try and sue them and it backfire on him?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, no. It's a big no for me. And plus, it even said a lot more to me as well that the match was actually a bit pants. It was a bit pants. If it wasn't for Jericho knowing how to save himself, I think he probably would have either had A, concussion, or B, a broken neck.
Yep.
So, yeah, no. But, anyway, going back to it before, Bandido is great. I can't wait to see who he's going to end up feuding with, facing, etc., etc. I think a good start for him. Can you imagine how good a fucking match between him and Pac would be?
It would be good. Even
Orange Cassidy as well. It's just it leaves the door open for so many good possible. I think probably why he chose AEW over WWE. So
the difference is the fact that with him signing with AEW, it doesn't leave him to just AEW. It also has the swinging revolver door of being able to access the ROH as well.
ROH, New Japan, even AAA. You know?
Yep.
You can still win a title elsewhere if you can't win one at AEW. Or if you haven't got the opportunity at AEW, you can still go and win something else somewhere or tag up and get a tag team on the go and win a tag title.
There's many options.
Even though all the tag team titles literally are in AEW at the minute, so
and seem to be on mostly one tag team.
one tag team, but yeah, they deserve it more than anybody.
Yep.
But the other good news is, when I saw it, I was absolutely ecstatic. Now, it was teased about a week or so ago.
Yeah.
When Saraya said that she had extremely good news. She just received the best news she's ever had. Then she teased it on Dynamite, saying that she's got one more meeting with one more doctor before she's cleared, etc., etc. So she was teasing it there, and it was always going to happen. Why else would she have signed with AEW? Yeah. It was always going to happen. It was the fact that it was teased from the beginning when she was having digs at Britt Baker and vice versa. You know, so it was obvious that them two were going to end up in a fucking feud. So here's the thing. She's now medically cleared to wrestle again, which is fucking fantastic news. Bearing in mind that she suffered the same injury that Edge suffered.
Yep.
And near enough identical injuries. And Edge said he'd never wrestle again, just like Saraya. She was worried she'd never wrestle again. Edge dropped the title after winning it, you know, but Saraya never got that chance. So the injury, it just affected them both differently, didn't it? But now, obviously, Saraya has literally blitzed it back. She's been medically cleared by multiple doctors.
Yep.
But yet people are saying, oh, I fear for her safety, blah, blah, blah.
She has been cleared by multiple doctors, but the doctors have still said, don't go crazy.
Yeah, but that's the same as Edge. They said the same to Edge.
Yeah.
So why is it okay for everybody to be ecstatic that Edge is back?
No. I am actually agreeing with you.
Yeah, but why is everyone saying that it's okay for Edge to be back wrestling? But yeah, Saraya, she's only 30.
I think it's because of the actual footage of when the actual injury happened. With Edge's neck, it was compacted over time. Whereas with hers, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was one fucking really bad move, but still, it's not okay to turn around and say, oh, it's the same injury.
Yeah.
Edge was wrestling borrowed time, but yet he's like near enough 50 now.
Yeah.
And he's okay to wrestle at literally the same pace he was wrestling at before his neck was injured.
Yeah.
Before it was beyond, before he was wrestling on borrowed time.
Yeah.
So it's very hypocritical. It's only because it's AEW that people are like, oh, well, I fear for safety. This is a disaster waiting to happen. But yeah, I don't see the same people saying that about Edge. They're like, oh, it's great seeing him back, blah, blah, blah.
No, I agree with you on this one.
Not come across as hypocritical, but sexist as well. It's exactly the same injury. Exactly. Whether it be over time or just one jolt to the neck. And that's pretty much all it can take now is for us to be paralysed from the waist down. But that is her decision.
Choice. And would you like to know what actually got her to consider it?
Consider what? Wrestling again?
Yeah.
To
get all the checks.
I'm assuming it's multiple reasons, but mainly the main reason I can think of is she never got to finish her career on her terms.
No. There is that, but there was a match that sort of motivated her more for it.
What's that then?
A certain WrestleMania match that ended up happening. Enter Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. The match that he had with Kevin Owens.
Yeah, and thing is about Stone Cold is he nearly died before his retirement match the day before. the night before his retirement match. He
His
nearly
first
died.
He's technically his first retirement. You're on about against The Rock, aren't you?
Yes, WrestleMania 19.
Ooh, boy.
The night before, and still, he went out there and gave it his all. He knew the consequences, but I didn't see anybody
Complaining
then, so why is it any different now?
Oh, no, I'm not disagreeing with you on this one.
You can't just say, oh, right, well, that's Stone Cold, Let's just put it this way. Saraya was literally the Stone Cold, within how she carried herself, etc., and how popular she grew.
Yeah.
She was literally the Stone Cold of the women's division.
Yeah.
She put the women's division on the map.
No arguments here.
I mean, no, that's wrong. It was already on the map. She just took it to the next level.
She sort of got...
Wrestling, men's wrestling, was already on the map because Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, etc.
Yeah.
But Stone Cold and The Rock came along, and it went even further.
There's always someone to push it even further. And bear in mind that when she entered into WWE as Paige and was on the main roster, bear in mind, first night that she was there, she made an iconic start.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
She's been NXT Women's Champion, Divas Champion twice.
Yeah.
Albeit not very long runs, but still.
But even when...
What was it, 20... Was she 23, 24? No.
I think she was younger than that.
22, wasn't she? 21, 21.
Yeah.
I think she's 21. That's unheard of.
Yeah.
That's unheard of. Youngest women's champion. That's unheard of. It really, really is. And like I say, she just deserves so much better, and she'll get much better. And I reckon that putting her in a feud with Britt Baker is the best thing to do.
Not saying anything.
Why?
Oh no. You'll find out why. It's not a bad thing. Epicness. That's all I'm saying. Epicness.
Sweet. I look forward to watching it though.
All I'll say is when you got a good promo, you're watching a really good promo, when you feel, as you're watching it, the hairs on your body stand on end because you're paying attention to it.
Oh, so basically we've got a promo which is excellent that we haven't had in a long time.
I'm not saying.
You fucking... You tell you what, you're the fucking shittest bluffer and blagger ever.
No. It's not... I wouldn't say it was a promo per se. You'll see what I mean. It's hard to explain. All I'll say is, there's a moment that happens that will make you feel, make you laugh, make you cry, and be fucking ready.
Well, all I know is I've seen the fucking Full Gear card, and I can't wait for Full Gear.
Yes.
Also, amazing news that was announced, which I obviously that I literally bejizzed my pants.
I was waiting for this one to be brought up. And I didn't want to take your thunder away. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you kind of are now, because you won't shut the fuck up.
Keep going.
I'm trying. That sounded so wrong. Keep going. I'm trying.
I'm try harder.
Anyway, AEW is finally, after 3 years, coming to the UK. Can't wait.
They will be arriving. There isn't exactly a speculation of when. Bang
But
on.
It's 2023.
Rumour has it that people are sitting there saying February, but we'll have to wait and see.
I think February would be too soon to try and get a show up and running.
I do.
I reckon it's like...
But at the same time, it could also be a perfect time because that's around about the time when they've got AEW Fight Forever coming out as well.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly. Which will be fucking amazing.
Yeah, well, I can't wait for that. You know I can't wait for that as well.
And yes, people are just there saying, oh wow, but it's going on to the Xbox Game Pass. No, it isn't.
No, it isn't.
No, it isn't. Well, it could be, it might not be, we don't know. Basically, one hand at this moment could be saying yes, the other hand saying no. They just need to get together and just sort out which announcement they're fucking revealing and when they're fucking revealing it.
See, this is the thing I like about AEW is that quite a lot of the stuff is well hidden and cards are played close to the chest.
Yeah, it's played that close to the chest that even their own fucking workers don't know.
I mean, obviously, it's like, say, they can't get rid of people like Kenny Omega. It will be interesting, though, to see if CM Punk will be on the game.
Kind of needs to be.
It will be interesting because it was reported not long ago that he's trying to sue AEW. I can't see that myself.
I can't because he's on the box. Which means automatically that's free revenue. If he was suing, that would be just sitting there saying, no, I don't want that money that I'm going to be taking.
Yeah, exactly. It's free revenue for him, whether he's on the roster or not. So what are your thoughts on CM Punk at the moment? Will he be coming back? Is that it? Is he done now? Because
he's already made an appearance already.
He did that one appearance, didn't he, at an MMA fight?
Yeah, which is fine.
Which, it made me chuckle because literally 0 fucks given.
Yeah.
And you have got people slagging him off, but did you notice that also Colt Cabana got quite a few boos as well?
Oh yeah, it was noticed. I think if they got rid of Punk, that will not do AEW any favours.
The only problem is that I have is that sometimes it's Jericho reporting this stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, obviously, he's one of the leaders of the locker room with Brian Danielson and John Moxley.
Yeah.
So it just makes me wonder, is there any truth to it?
The thing is, you've got anything that's coming out of a locker room or any hearsay or anything, you've got to take with a pinch of salt.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
That could be Jericho trying to do, basically telling a bit of porkies to try get the return a bit like be a bigger surprise.
The trouble is with that, though, that Jericho is actually a journalist at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, something that man can't do.
Yeah. Well, how? Speaking of that, actually, bear in mind that you've heard of the Masked Singer show, haven't you?
Oh, fuck, yeah. Yes, I have. And yes, I have seen the clip. His voice sounds familiar.
Shut up and dance with me.
But it's not just that, though. It's clearly Jericho. Because there's only one singer that can get his voice like that.
Yeah.
His voice is practically iconic.
Yeah. It was just, when I saw it myself, I was like, really? At first, when I first watched it, I was sitting there thinking to myself, has someone just recorded Jericho and dubbed it over.
It did kind of sound like that at first.
But then when he's moving, it's like, oh wow, that is fucking legendary. That is legendary. If nobody has got it, that it's Chris Jericho, they need to be shot.
See, the thing is that Jericho's like, he's got a very unique voice.
Yeah.
And it's like a cross between high pitch, scream, and it's very gritty at the same time.
Anybody who's a fan of Fozzy will know it's him. Anybody who's a wrestling fan will know it's him. Yeah. Anybody who doesn't recognise Chris Jericho at all, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, and where have you been?
And wherever this portal is, could you please shout? Because I'm putting, if there's a time that we ever want to, avoid any spoilers, we can jump into that. Because, wow.
Yeah, like I say, I'm just... Everything at the moment that I can possibly think of is perfect for AEW at the moment.
Yeah.
I wish that this CM Punk debacle would just hurry up and get resolved now.
I know there's also been speculation of people sitting there saying, can't someone go around and just shut up about the whole CM Punk references and everything? It gets talked about a lot. It needs to die. Well, don't bring it the fuck up then.
Yeah.
You just brought it up. People are going to ask the question because bear in mind, right, when Punk left WWE had to deal with CM Punk for all that fucking time he wasn't there.
Especially when they go back to Chicago.
Oh yeah, definitely. But bear in mind, they've near enough stopped now because he wrestled at AEW. But what's going to happen if, I guarantee you, the fans will start doing it to AEW. And it will get annoying for AEW. It'll be like, it's just one of them scenarios where it's just... The only thing I can think of is I can see them bringing them back, the Elite. But have you seen the vignettes lately, like they've been doing with the Elite?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Wouldn't it be interesting if that was CM Punk doing the deleting?
It would be interesting, yeah.
Because if the whole thing was the whole deletion thing, it wouldn't be a member of the Elite doing it, would it? Otherwise, that'd just be fucking stupid.
Well, yeah, that stranger things have happened.
Yeah, true. True. Yeah, true. But, point being is, it should be interesting. That'd be a good way to bring them both back. Maybe they're coming to a deal and they're just keeping quiet about it. The only way to know? Wait and see. Don't want to hear about CM Punk all the time? Then stop fucking looking for it.
Or if it comes up. I mean, it's strange because, like I say, the entrances for the intros for Dynamite and Rampage, it hasn't got anybody of the Elite or CM Punk.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Which is a tough decision that Tony Khan has had to make. Because he's having to be impartial. But like you said, the whole Colt Cabana thing, don't agree with. But at the same time, it's not exactly fair for Colt Cabana to be removed off TV. If that was the case.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. It's not fair that he gets removed off TV altogether for something that happened between him and Punk a while back.
Yeah.
Did Punk have every right to shoot on it? Yeah, of course he did.
Yeah.
Because he was sick of getting asked the questions.
Yeah. And the thing is...
also sick of people sticking their noses in.
And the thing is, someone asked Colt Cabana in regards to it, he says, well, he tried to speak to Punk, and instead of it being let bygones be bygones, it was like, nope, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, but he's got every right to be, because it's like...
Yeah.
I know they say life's too short, but sometimes the guy took money off him.
And then tried to sue him.
Yeah, exactly. So, no, it's not great.
As somebody tried to... As much as he could sit there and say, well, Brock got into the WWE and he sued them, it doesn't always work that way.
No, it doesn't. Bear in mind that Punk was handing his fucking papers on...
Yeah. His wedding day?
Yeah.
Yeah. The stupid thing about it is, I guarantee you, and this is the stupid thing about it is, what I can see happening is, as much as Punk's got a hatred for WWE, most of the hatred is aimed at towards Vince, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
He has plenty of hatred towards Triple H, but at the same time, Triple H didn't exactly like Punk either. Now, supposedly, Triple H even says if AEW had gotten rid of Punk, he might consider reaching out to Punk, which straight away says to me, Triple H is willing to let bygones be bygones. That's up to Punk if he wants to do it, and I don't think Triple H would be too upset if Punk said no, go fuck yourself. He'd say fine, fair enough, thought we could do business and move the fuck on. And just be professional.
Yeah, well, as like I say, it's going to be...
This is the thing I find really, really stupid. Wrestling itself has a lot of people... There's always someone doing backstage politics, rumours and everything, and you can voice your opinions and everything. Not everyone's going to like everyone. Oh, and you're not going to please everybody. That's just fucking life. But I'm pretty sure that people can be adults and be professional. If you can't, then whose fault's that?
Yeah, well, that's it though, isn't it? You've got to be professional at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yes. That you do. And there's always scenarios that can happen. There always is. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, it sounds about right.
My personal take in it is, we're never going to find out the real fucking truth, because the only ones who are going to know the real truth are the ones who are involved. Right? If a dog was injured, then what the fuck? If not, then still what the fuck? Why put that out there? I know that some people could sit there and saying, well, Punk called them out. Yeah, okay. They could have waited for Punk to cool off and then come out of the locker room, not break into his locker room.
Yeah, there's many things that they could have done.
There's many things that both sides could have done. Many things that both sides could have done and handled far better. The thing is, at the same time, Tony Khan could have held it better. Because while Punk's doing that fucking rant, at any point, Khan could have just turned around and signalled, cut the fucking mic.
Yeah, could have done.
Did he?
No.
No. So, regardless of it, as much as there's many things, points to blame, there was many people who were involved who could have done something to make it a little bit better. Right now, regardless of whatever anybody else says, it's always, right now, shoulda, woulda, could you.
And could they? No.
They didn't at the time. So, translation, shut the fuck up, move on. Is that about right for you?
Yeah, pretty much.
So, in agreement with that one then, I take it?
Yes.
Yeah. It just gets annoying hearing the same shit again. And, yeah, I'll admit, I'm in the boat of, I'm sick to death of hearing about it. But I'm not bitching about it because I don't see it all the time. Because if I see it, it's like, okay, that's fine. Moving on. Next, I'll look at something else. We've been through this story too many times. We can just ignore it, and wait for what happens next. Because why are you just there bitching about it? What happens next hasn't even happened yet. We need to wait to see what the fuck happens.
But will we?
Just no, not going there. Anyway, shall we move on?
Yeah, why not?
Because if we don't move on, it'll eventually just come to the point where it's like you'll hear me bitch about it. So they're saying I'm here too many times. People complain about CM Punk and that whole story, and then I'll be complaining about that. It just goes round in a vicious circle. Let's just break the cycle and just move the fuck on. Right. Yesterday, I was at a British wrestling show. Wolfen Pro Wrestling.
Any good?
What version of my opinion do you want?
Well, as always, the honest one.
Some good matches, some that could have been better, and two matches that were nowhere near what they should be, and I expected better, but for one of them, I felt as though they tried their best, but nothing could be fucking done. And the odd thing about it is the match that when one of them was doing the best they could involved Melanie McKenzie. She tried her best. She really did. But when you've got somebody who's on the show who is from NXT UK, right? Going for the belt. Fine. Okay? The only problem was the person that they were up against supposedly openly admitted to them, I don't wrestle as much as what I used to. Okay. That's fine. But the start of it was fine. Bit of the crowd work, great. The botched backdrop. Good Lord. Millie did her best to recover it and try and make it look like it was devastating. But the angle I was at, it was like, that was fucking dangerous. And bear in mind, this individual who did it is their champion. If you were the promoter, you'd be watching that match and you're sitting there thinking, I think I need to reevaluate that entire fucking division. When you've got a worker like Mel McKenzie almost being injured. Badly.
Yeah, one that actually needs that.
Who needs to be able to wrestle on a regular basis. It's her livelihood.
Yeah, pretty much.
It is her livelihood. And then at the end of the match, you've got them brawling outside. The heel champion, Shawn O'Shea, gets the advantage on Millie somehow. Even though early on, they basically had Millie upstage her in, you know. What made it so stupid is Shawn O'Shea comes out with the gimmick of the Mistress of Fitness and decided to do a push-up challenge against Millie McKenzie. How well is that going to go?
About as well as you can imagine.
Millie trounced her in that. So you'd think Millie's got more energy, more fitness and everything. It just seemed a bit silly how they handled the end of the match. It was like Shawn O'Shea was outpowering Millie. It was like, how? Okay. And then Millie's trying, they're doing the count 8, 9. Millie's trying to get in. The champ holds Millie's legs off from getting in. 10. Now, if you were the heel champion there, you'd walk out proud of yourself, wouldn't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
I just had a match against Millie McKenzie, blah 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 blah. Not run straight to the back. It was like they had a bit of a panic. It was like they panicked, and it was like, oh, for fuck's sake, that did not look right. Was Millie injured or anything? Now, luckily enough, she wasn't. It was supposedly meant to be part of the plan, but what the hell?
That is not part of the plan.
That didn't look like part of the plan. It didn't look part of the plan. Millie, you're being too nice. Basically, she fucked up. I'm surprised you didn't, basically teach her a bit of a lesson on how to do a suplex or a backdrop. It was very odd. It was almost like every time Millie went for a big suplex, it was just...
Did you fear for her safety?
What?
Did you fear for her safety?
For Millie's?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Yes. But when Millie went to do the move, it was like, no, I don't want to do that. It's like, fair enough, it looked a bit heelish, but it looked like... And at one point, when Millie eventually did it, it was like, yeah, I'm getting tired of this. You're taking this move now.
Hmm.
And that could have been the receipt. But it just didn't look great.
Yeah, well, like I say, I'm just glad that she's not injured, if that's the case.
Luckily enough, no, she isn't.
Because you got wrestlers in the British scene that actually rely on bookings to wrestle to earn a living.
Yeah.
So, it's got to be...
Definitely. And there's a rumour speculation of a tour possibly, she might be going somewhere else to other countries potentially. She's got supposedly leads to other plans as well. So the thing is, she's got doors opening for her all the time, which is amazing. But if she got injured, them doors automatically shut there immediately for the time being.
It could end up costing her thousands.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm assuming that she'd have insurance because obviously, people at that middle stage of their career are going to end with insurance.
Yeah. Which is, should be. It just felt as though didn't feel right. Then there was another match that happened on the show. This one is so bad, I expected more from them. Now, I believe you know the names. I've already informed you of the names yourself.
Mm.
I am not going to name them shame. But when after watching the Millie match, I expected the mood to go up after that match, not down. Although one or two bits that certain individuals are doing for their size was impressive, blowing out your arse after 2 minutes is not great when I'm literally in the corner of the room and I can hear them both panting. As in... And if you're doing strikes, for the love of fucking anything that is good in this damn world, connect!
Are you trying to say that they need to connect with their strikes?
Yes. Yes. Because there was way too many... And if you're going to throw a kick, make it look like you're throwing it with intention, not look like you're a dog, like you're a dog pissing off a fucking lamppost.
A dog pissing off a lamppost? What's that got to do with it?
It's how they hacked up that's what I'm saying. It's how he lifted his leg up for a kick. It looked like he was a dog taking a leak. That might sound fucking harsh. And, by the way, you wouldn't see me even attempting kicks like that because, for me, no. I don't do them sort of kicks. But if I intend to do a kick, I'd make sure the fucking battered thing connected. Just, why? Honest opinion, match of the night, main event. Lucas Casimir, Chase Alexander. Need I say more?
No.
Phenomenal work. A little accident happened during the match, which involved Lucas Casimir having a bit of a nasty cut on near his eye. But even with that, they implemented in the match really, really cleverly, if you get what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And it showed how good both them pair as workers are. Even though a little mistake happened, they sort of got the little mistake add to the match. To the crowd, they didn't even think it was a mistake. It looked like it was part of it, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, was that meant to happen? Was that planned? Sort of thing. But straight away, when you got that is fucking genius. Although I will say is, Chase, I actually wonder how many shirts you've had to purchase because of incidents like that. Because damn, that white shirt is ruined.
That's quite funny, if I'm being honest.
But the only thing I thought was really weird is when it says, when the ring announcer announced him as the Martini Maestro.
The Martini Maestro.
Good fitting name, but to me, he'll always be the Martini Daddy.
Martini Maestro. Got a ring to it.
It does, but bear in mind, he's always been the Martini Daddy elsewhere. Even so, absolute stellar match. One that I wouldn't mind seeing again. Definitely. Definitely. Right. That being said. Oh, and one highlight of it is also during a certain fatal four-way tag elimination, Judge playing face.
Yeah, you did say that confused you.
People are like, he's a good guy. I'm like, I'm not used to it. This is the first time me seeing him face. And you know what? He is fucking hysterical at it. He's absolutely hysterical. Definitely needs to be a face more often. Definitely. That I will say that needs to happen. If he's ever in, if I see more of him, the next time I see him, I'm just gonna say, the heel stuff works. It has its moments, but you're better as a face. He is so much better as a face. Enough said.
Interesting.
Interest you?
Yes, very interesting.
Very, very interesting. Anyway, shall we move on?
Yes.
Any funny stories for yourself? Because I feel like you've been missing out each week.
Not really.
You know what? For this week, I'm going to say we'll skip the stories for this week. Any arguments?
No, not really.
We'll give it a skip because we've almost hit the 2-hour mark already. And I feel as though we've gone way longer than what we anticipated again, as always.
As always.
So with that, I'm just going to say this is going to be a wrap up for the end of this episode. So as always, mental health is just as important as physical health. It is okay to be not okay. Asking for help is never a weakness. And in doing so, by asking for help, be it either from family, friends, or even a complete stranger, you can find out that there's more care for you than you could ever know. And in some cases, you might not want to burden someone that you want to know, so a stranger could actually put out a bit of an alternative perspective as well. Potentially. As long as you're not just screaming out in the streets, otherwise you might look crazy a little bit.
A little bit crazy.
Yeah. But, the thing is, any help could be helpful. And the fact is, the stranger could be someone who's part of the mental health care and everything. The thing is, it could end up helping you out loads. Of course, to continue on with the message, never compare your behind the scenes to other people's greatest hits. Make yourself a priority once in a while. It's not selfish, it's necessary. If you could be anything in this world right now, please always choose to be more kind. We always recommend you all to be excellent to each other. And of course, please follow the number one rule in general life, which is, of course,
don't be a dick.
Yep, definitely don't be a dick. Don't be, sitting there while you're being a dick, sitting there with your cans of Monster, not having insurance for certain events.
Monster.
Or being a fucking, chihuahua chaser.
Chihuahua chaser.
What? What?
Don't be a chihuahua chaser. Chihuahua.
If you want to purchase a chihuahua, that's fine. Just don't. We don't want to be hearing any cruelty at all. Or you buying a chihuahua with peanut butter. That's just fucking wrong. Seek help.
Peanut butter jelly time.
A part of me just threw up then. I just don't know whether if that was partially physical or actually just more so mental. Anyway.
Bit of this, a bit of that.
A bit of column A, a bit of column B. Fuck it. Column C as well. And so with that, we always recommend you all stay well, stay safe, and please, until the next episode, check out your local wrestling, as always, because you never know who could end up turning up. Especially now more than ever. Agreed?
Oh yeah, 100%.
So with that, it has been emotional. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Burning Truth. I've been Matt Burns.
And I have been Monsieur Irvine.
And until next time, stay well, stay safe. Catch you later.
Bye.
What do you mean that's not van insurance? Or even event insurance? What the fuck do you mean? Oh, fuck. Did I snort the wrong insurance with that can of Monster? Fuck!